Om Amriteshware Namaha. Once again, a very good evening to everyone. Amrita School of Spiritual and Cultural Studies feels immensely blessed to welcome you all to Deekshaanta Samaaroha, a convocation ceremony for our online courses for the last 6 months. Certificates will be awarded to the students who completed our online courses like Mahabharata Upanayanam, Sanskrit Saparya, Sanskrit Saparya and Introduction to Hinduism. So let's begin the session with a prayer. ध्यायामो धवलावकुण्ठनवती तेजोमयी नैष्टिकी निग्धापाङ्गविलोकिनी भगवती मन्दस्मितश्रीमुखी वाच्मीं सुमधुरं सङ्कीर्तनालापिनी श्यामाङ्गीं मधुसिक्तसूत्रम् अमृतानन्दात्मिका ईश्वरी ॐ अमृतेश्वरी नमः ॐ अमृतेश्वरी नमः ॐ अमृतेश्वरी नमः. Once again, a hearty welcome to all of you. May I now request Dr. Harikrishnan VP, Assistant Professor, Amrita School of Spiritual and Cultural Studies, to officially welcome today's gathering. Over to you, Harikrishnan, sir.
Namaste Shivaya. Good evening and a very warm welcome to all present here. For the course, various online courses offered by Amrita School of Spiritual and Cultural Studies. It's truly an honor to be graced by the presence of the enthusiastic learners and esteemed faculty members. Let me begin by introducing you to our team. The Amrita School of Spiritual and Cultural Studies focuses on study and research of Indian philosophy, culture, arts, literature, and society. It's also our goal to spread the wisdom of Indic culture to the whole world. We are constantly guided by our Chancellor, Amma Sadguru Srimata Amritanandamayi Devi. With that note, let Achyutamrita Chaitanya Ji, Spiritual and Cultural Studies, to the course. I consider my privilege to welcome our chief guest, Dr. Rangan Ramakrishnan, a renowned scholar for this function. I extend my hearty welcome to Dr. Anand S., Chairperson, Amrita Darshanam, School of Spiritual and Cultural Studies. And I extend my hearty welcome to Brahmachari Shivanandan Ji, head of this online vertical of Amrita Darshanam. Finally, but most importantly, I welcome all our students who have successfully completed this course. We really appreciate your keen interest and curiosity to learn. On behalf of Amrita Darshanam, I once again welcome our honored faculty team and beloved students to the course. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Harikrishnan, sir. Now it's my privilege to welcome Brahmachari Achyutamrita Chaitanya, Principal, Amrita School of Spiritual and Cultural Studies, to deliver the presidential address for the ceremony. Over to you, Swami.
So let me first of all prostrate a bit of Mother and Master. Respectful salutations, Ramakrishnan Ji, who has really in this course completion ceremony. Actually, this course completion, equivalent for the course completion, is given as the title for this ceremony, this function, the Deekshaanta Samaaroha, which is a famous term in Sanskrit and Hindi language. Maybe it can be translated as a convocation ceremony or something like that. This Deekshaanta Samaaroha, or this course completion, is a very vital phase in the academic pursuits of a student, according to our tradition. Even in the modern times, great importance, it is implemented, or it is conducted with great importance, this convocation. So, in our scriptures and in all our literature, Indian traditional literature, starting a study, starting acquiring a knowledge, the process of acquiring the knowledge, and concluding it is very important. As part of the conclusion, there are many ceremonies in the Vedic tradition. The starting is called Upanayanam and the concluding is called Samavartanam, which is a Samavartanam or repetition or refreshing the whole knowledge that the student during the course that he has gone through is very important. Refreshing at the end of the course is very important. So this is called Samavartanam. And in the beginning, when the student starts to learn a subject, or generally when he starts learning, it is called Upanayana. And the student is entrusted to the master, the guru. And that is done by the parents. And the parents give the whole responsibility to the master to mold the student all round personality development. This responsibility is and after the stay at the master's home, which is called Gurukula in our tradition, the master decides when the student has completed the learning, mainly of Vedas and all the auxiliary subjects like Upavedas, Vedangas, all these things. As a part of the different courses that you have attended in this online mode from the AHEAD platform, which were offered by the Amrita School of Spiritual and Cultural Studies, you might have come across these words like Vedangas, Upavedas, all these things. So after the student has mastered the knowledge of the different branches of knowledge, which the master decides, the master allows the student to go back to his home. Or even if the student decides to continue his stay in the master's home, in the Gurukula, he can continue as a student there, even for the whole life. The entire lifetime he can continue in the master's home as a student. This option is also there, but ordinarily or commonly, the practice is that the student, after completing his studies at the master's home, Gurukula, is asked to go back to his home, his parental home. And at that time, there's a big function of Samavartana and all these things are there. At that time, the master gives some final teachings or the essence of this is very beautifully presented in the Shikshavalli 11th Anuvaga of Taittiriya Upanishad. The master gives the gist of what he has learned from his Guru. So what are the things that are stressed by the master when he returns the student to his home? There are some famous lines from this context. Shikshavalli 11th Anuvaga. All these lines, like the famous lines, Satyam Vada, Dharmam Chara, Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atiti Devo Bhava. So all these great mantras of the Upanishads come at this point. It comes in the Shikshavalli 11th Anuvaga of Taittiriya Upanishad. So the essence of the whole learning, the whole education is that tread the path of Satya, Dharma. Consider mother as a God, father as God, teacher as God, guests or come travelers on this planet as God. All these are the essence of the learning that the teacher has imparted. And in that context, which is the actual Deekshaanta Samaaroha or Convocation, the master tells the student a very important point, a vital point. What is that? Swadhyaya pravajanabhyam na pramadidabhyam. Swadhyaya na pramada. Sadhyaya pravajanabhyam na pramadidabhyam. What does it mean? Swadhyaya na pramadaha. The student is asked by the teacher that he should never fail in Swadhyaya, in self-study. Even after leaving the Gurukula, the student is ordered by the master to continue his studies in his home. Daily, he must pursue knowledge. He should never abandon the pursuit of knowledge. That is what is said by the Guru. Instructs the student with the words Swadhyaya Ma Pramada. Swadhyaya means studying oneself. It has many meanings. Studying his own nature, the nature of his self, that is one meaning. Then the another meaning is regular study of the which is that student that the student special branch of Veda Shaka. So miss pronouncing that Veda Shaka. Every day he has to do that. And another meaning is he has to go on studying. That is Swadhyaya Ma Pramada. And another thing is Swadhyaya Pravachanabhyam Na Pramadam. What he has learned, he has to impart to others. He has to hand over that knowledge, pass on that knowledge to the next generation. That is what is meant by Pravachana. Pravachana means teaching. So when we come to the conclusion of the different courses that were offered from the Amrita School of Spiritual and Cultural Studies in the online mode, we have to remember this vital instruction that the teacher gives to the Guru at the completion of his course. The teacher gives to his disciple on the occasion is Swadhyaya Ma Pramadaha. Never fail in studying, in continuing the pursuit of knowledge. And Swadhyaya Pravachanabhyam Na Pramadikam. The knowledge that we have acquired during these different courses that are coming to a close on this day, we have to hand it over to others, pass it on to others as much as we can. Maybe we have not mastered these courses, these subjects which are offered in these courses like Mahabharata or Ramayana. Mastering Mahabharata and Ramayana, all these things are very difficult. We have a chief guest, Dr. Rangan Ramakrishnan, who is an expert in Ramayana. So he knows very well how difficult it will be to master Ramayana. It is almost humanly impossible to master Ramayana, Mahabharata, or anything like that. But to the extent we have learned a part of it, as much as we can, according to our capacity, we have to share our knowledge with others also. So this is the importance of the Deekshaanta Samaaroha, reminding each student to continue study and practice the values that we have learned from these different courses. The values, the knowledge, all these things. So practice them in our life. That is what is meant by Satyam Pada Dharmam Chara, Madhurdeva Uttava, Pidurdeva Uttava. All these things remind us to practice the knowledge that we have acquired. And Swadhyaya Ma Pramadaha, Swadhyaya of the Guru at the completion of the course reminds us that we should pursue the study of these noble texts, noble imparted by our ancestors. So this is what I would like to remind all of you on this beautiful occasion, this fulfilling occasion of completion of all these different courses. The many courses, many students from many different courses are attending this closing ceremony. So all of us and let all of us continue our studies and spread this knowledge, this wisdom that we gained through these courses and through many other sources. We have attained these types of great knowledge, noble knowledge, sacred knowledge. So let us share this knowledge. Let us spread this knowledge to the community, so that the community will enrich and we will be assured of a very secure, prosperous, and spiritual society, which is the need of the hour. So for this, let Amma's grace, this prayer, I offer this words with all the best wishes and congratulations to the students who have completed these courses. I offer these words at the lotus feet of God.
Thank you so much, Swami. Thank you for those words of wisdom. Now we move on to the most awaited part of the ceremony, the oath taking. I wholeheartedly welcome Dr. Anandas, Chairperson and Assistant Professor, Amrita School of Spiritual and Cultural Studies, to preside over the oath ceremony. I also request all of our students to kindly light a lamp and hold it in your hands while you repeat the convocation oath with your cameras on after Dr. Anandas. Over to you, Anandji.
Namaskar. Thank you, Ashwati ma'am. Hope everyone has lighted the lamps. Yes, it is visible. So we'll start with the oath taking ceremony, and this has been composed in Sanskritam, and many of you will be familiar. Few of you may not be familiar. Therefore, I'll chant this oath pratikna slowly so that you can also repeat it. Anadehe
Anadehe
अपराजितायाः
Aparajitaya
च
Cha
सनातनसंस्कृतेः
Sanatana Samskrutehe
भागः
Agaha
अस्मि अहम्
asmi aham
इत्यस्मिन्
ityasmin
विषये
vishaye
मम अभिमानः
mama abhimanah
अस्ति
asti
सूक्ष्मरूपिणः
sukshma rupinah
धर्मस्य
dharmasya
विचारः
vicharah
आचारः
acharah
प्रचाराः
pracharah
चेति
chethi
एतेषां
etesham
भावानां
bhavanam
उपासना
upasana
अस्ति
asti
स्वधर्मः
swadharmah
इति मम
iti mamama
प्रज्ञायां
prajnayam
रूढिः भवतु
rudihi bhavatu
अस्य धर्मस्य
asya dharmasya
सर्वेषां
sarvesham
वैविध्यानां
vaividhyanam
आन्तरिकार्थं
antarikartha
ज्ञात्वा
ज्ञात्वा
गन्तुम्
avagantum
अहं
aham
परिश्रमं
parishramam
करिष्ये
ye
गुरुपरम्परायाः
guru paramparayah
सेवायां
sevayam
परदेवताचरणेषु
paradevata charaneshu
च
cha
भवितव्यस्य
bhavitavyasya lopasya
निवारणाय
nivaranaya
श्रद्धा
shraddha
नित्यं
nityam
पञ्चमहायज्ञानां
panja mahayajnanam
अनुष्ठानाय
anushtanaya
मां
mam praptam
कुर्यात्
kuryat
अहम्
aham
एषः
yeshah
समाजः च
samajah cha
द्वैतं
dvaitam
इति भावः
iti bhavah
कदापि
kadapi
मयि
mayi
मा भवेत्
ma bhavet
एषः
yeshah
धर्म
dharma
मां
mam
सर्वदा
sarvada
आश्लिष्यतु
ashlishyatu.
I have a small translation of the above pratikna. I'll go through that. I am indeed proud to be part of this eternal tradition. Let the wisdom, that is contemplation, practice, the is be deeply rooted in me. Try to imbibe all aspects of the tradition. I shall be cautious to avoid any negligence in serving the lineage of the Guru tradition or to avoid failure in worship of the highest deity, and therefore practice the Pancha Mahayajnas, which are the 5 sacred duties to be performed as a way of life. May the attitude of duality that myself and this society are separate entities do not rise in me. May this dharma embrace me forever. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಅಶ್ವರ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
Thank you so much, Anandji. Thank you, everyone. Now, now is the most another awaiting part. Now, let me take the privilege to welcome Dr. Rangan Ramakrishnan, the chief guest of the day. Before going on to the session, let me quickly introduce him. Dr. Rangan Ramakrishnan is a spiritual guide and a Vedic scholar. He did his Vedic, Vedantic, Sanskrit, and Sahitya studies in his early age. He is the founder president of Webolim, a movement which conducts workshops and various personality development programs based on Vedas and Ramayana. His PhD is in yoga. He is a visiting professor for yoga and Vedanta in the S. Vyasa Yoga University in Bangalore, India. As a part of Webolim, he has created two unique Vedic schools in India, which is in Bangalore and Ayodhya. He has written the English translation of the complete Valmiki Ramayana. This 6-volume translation has taken into account various recensions and given meaning for every shloka of Ramayana. He has also authored many books, written many commentaries, and also has presented academic papers in many conferences. So without much delay, let me welcome Dr. Rangan Ramakrishnan, sir. Over to you, sir.
It gives me an immense delight to participate in this convocation of this important course of Mahabharata, Sanskritam and Hindu Dharma in general. Also, we all enjoy and experience the oath which we recited now, which talks about understanding the subtlety of Dharma, Sukshmaha Parma Durgyayaha, point number 1. Point number 2, existence of the diversity, acceptance of the diversity in this Dharma, which is as old as the Rigveda, and a unity behind that diversity, unity that pervades throughout the diversity. With all these things, we have this wonderful Hindu Dharma, in which at the end of Vedic education, Acharya gives his convocation address to the Shishya. We all listen to that from Swamiji. Now, Vedamanuchya Acharyaha Antevasinam Anushasti Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara Swadhyayanma Pramadaha Prajatantum Mavivachetsi Satyat Na Pramaditavyam Dharmanna Pramaditavyam. Don't give up truth and don't be lazy with Dharma. Don't give up your Dharma. This is the instruction by Acharya. Hope that this convocation address of the Acharya is the essence of the whole of the Veda, essence of whole of Sanatana Dharma. Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara, then Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava. See the divine in the parents. It is not just telling that obey your parents. Okay. See the divine in the parents. It's a very interesting thing. In Mahabharata, we have a nice story. Of course, anyhow, we are now completing this Mahabharata course there from Mahabharata. A Rishi was doing, a bird disturbed that Rishi. He became angry and stared at that bird with rage. Bird was burnt. The Rishi was happy. My tapasya is fruitful. I have got siddhi. If I can stare anybody, he can be burnt. How great this is. I have become a yoga siddha. I have mystic powers now. After several years of tapasya, he felt hungry. Therefore, he went to Mithila. You may be familiar with Mithila. Mithila is the repository of Atmajnanam, self-knowledge. He entered into Mithila and he stood in the outdoors of a house seeking alms to remove his hunger. After a time while a lady came out and offered bhiksha, he became little upset. I am standing here for several long minutes. You made me to wait. With this anger, he is seeing that woman. Woman smiled and said, "Take me to be that bird which you have burnt." He was surprised. How do you know about that bird which I have burnt? The woman said, there is a butcher in Mithila. He knows. You don't ask me this question. You go to that butcher and ask the question. All these things, what you aspire, the mystic powers, without even desiring for that mystic powers, I have got several of that by my tapasya here, taking care of my husband, taking care of my family. I was busy in cooking and serving inside the house, taking care of my in-laws and children. That is why you have. After that, I came here. So, due to my tapasya of pativratya, my tapasya of taking care of my house sincerely, this dharma itself has become tapasya. By this, I got few mystic powers. I know what happened in the forest. If you want to know more about it, you can go to a butcher named Dharma Vyadha in Mithila. Butcher? Does butcher know dharma? Yes, she says. He is in his duty. He is performing his duty and he is in dharma. He will tell you a lot about dharma because you have given up your dharma. You go back, you go to the butcher and ask about. Butcher is inviting this man, this butcher is asking, did that Pativrata send you here? Did that chaste woman send you here? This surprised. WhatsApp, no message. How do you know? Due to my dharma, he said, I am Dharma Vyada, I am doing my duty. This is my duty which I am doing, and I also take care of my parents. Please enter into my house. And he is showing his parents. These are my parents, they are very old. I am doing aradhana of them. Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava. Morning to evening, I am serving them. Through this, I got siddhis. And he is going on talking about various dharmas. Asks Mahabharata, it runs around 40 chapters. It's not just one. You may call it as Dharma Vyada Smriti. Okay. Vyada Smriti. You can call it. Okay. With advices. The Vyadhas, Dharmic people are there. Sarvatra Kalu Drishyante Sadavaha Dharmacharinaha. Come from anybody in the world. Rigveda says, Ano Badra Kartavayantu Vishwataha. Adabdhasaha Aparitasaha Ubbidaha. Okay. Without prejudices, we need to accept the wisdom from any. The wisdom can come. So this Dharma Vyada knows all dharmas and he is going on talking. He is asking this Tapaswina and says, you have given up your old father and mother. Your time in Tapasya for 10 years and your Rinam is not completed. In this oath, we have also chanted about Mahayajnas, Pancha Mahayajnas. We are committed. We are indebted to our parents. This is to the nature around us. This is Deva Yajna. Indebted to the rishis who gave Shastra to us, Brahma Yajna. And then we are indebted to the fellow men, this is Manushya Yajna. And then we are indebted to all beings in the world. This is Bhuta Yajna. For that, we are rendering service to all these 5. Mahayajna is the essence of Sanatana Dharma. This is the essence of Sanatana Dharma. Muslims are very clear. If you go and ask, they will tell you five things. Zakat, Hajj Yatra, so on and so forth. Is there any prescription like this in Hinduism? If you go to any Hindu and ask, can you talk about the prescriptions in Hinduism in nutshell? We can close our eyes and blindly say, simply we can say, every Hindu should be thorough with this. Every Sanatani should be thorough with this. We have these 5 Pancha Mahayajnas, in which this Pitru Yajna, Runam, we are indebted to our forefathers, we are indebted to our ancestors, we are indebted to our parents. Taking care of parents is very important. Taking care of our ancestors, perhaps performing Tarpanam and Shraddham, that is also very important. Not only this, taking care of our own children and bringing the children in the path of Dharma. With that only Pitru Runam gets completed. Otherwise, Pitru Runam doesn't get completed. We are now getting the knowledge of Mahabharata and Sanskritam and Hinduism. They should be imparted to our children. We should join them also in this course. Then only Pitru Runam is getting completed. This Matru Deva Bhava, Pitru Deva Bhava, for which Dharma Vyada stands in Mahabharata. Bhishma stands to fulfill the wish of his father. Even without the compulsion of father, understanding the heart of father, he directly goes to the fisherman's house and renounces such a grand sacrifice Bhishma does. Nobody can even imagine. Adhya prabriti me dashe brahmacharyam bhavishyati aputrasyapi me lokaha bhavishyanti akshayaha divi. Hereafter in my life, I am going to practice celibacy throughout. And the words I will be getting after my death will be akshayas. They never diminish. The words which can be got through brahmacharya, Bhishma is talking about. Because a simple question may come. If you are a celibate, you will aputrasya loko nasti. If you are a celibate, you may fall. They may say, further he is telling, I will be in moksha marga. I will be in the path of liberation. I take this as a chance to enter into the path of moksha. Mokshameva vivasyami. Bhishma says this. As soon as he says, Devas are showering the flowers. Tataha antarikshe apsarasahaya devaha sarshiganaha tata vavrushuhu pushpavarshani bhishmo yamiti chabruvan. They all call him as Bhishma. Bhishma means a terrific man, the one who has done such a kind of pratigya of brahmacharya. This shows the Pitru Bhakti of Bhishma. Then comes Matru Bhakti, Very heart-touching incident. The fisherman agrees, okay, let the marriage happen. When the fisherman agrees, Bhishma got out of the chariot and then just prostrated before that girl who is even younger than Bhishma. The girl whom Shantanu loved. Bhishma prostrated before her. She is named as Matsyagandhi or Satyavati. Aruhyatam ratham mataha gachavas sugruhaniti. With clasped hands, Bhishma says, Mother, please come to your house, to your palace. This is what Bhishma says. This is the Matru Bhakti of Bhishma. Bhishma's devotion to his stepmother. Bhishma's devotion to his father. Extraordinary, tremendous. We may not have such a great devotion, but at least some drop of what Bhishma had, if it comes to our life, the devotion to the parents, our life is fulfilled. Matrudevo bhava, Pitrudevo bhava. Then Acharya Devo bhava. We can see how in Dronacharya Gurukula, Arjuna was. Arjuna's Shraddha towards Vidya, Arjuna's Shraddha towards his Guru, Ekalavya's Shraddha towards his Guru. When Guru is asking for the thumb of Ekalavya, Ekalavya without a least of hesitation just cuts his thumb and offers to Guru. Mahabharata talks about such a great Guru Bhakti. Acharya Devo Bhava. I am just interpreting that convocation address of Yajurveda in the context of with the help of Mahabharata, because this is Mahabharata course convocation. Atithi Devo Bhava. There is a story in Shanti Parva in Mahabharata. Shuyatehi kapotena shatrus saranamagataha. Pujitascha yathanyayam swaischa mamsaihi nimantritaha. A hunter came to a bird's tree, the tree in which a bird is residing. Hunter is a very cool climate, cold climate in which hunter is suffering, for which the bird gathers the sticks, makes the fire. Finally, to offer food to that hunter, the bird enters into that fire, jumps into that fire. Such a kind of Atithi Satkara can be found in Mahabharata. Atithi Devo Bhava. Satyat na pramaditavyam. Don't lie. Arjuna, the Pandavas made a pratigya. That pratigya, if pratigya is broken, I will have a Tirtha Yatra. That is what they said. We will have a Tirtha Yatra. Unfortunately, Arjuna happened to break that pratigya. Therefore, he has to go to Tirtha Yatra. At that time, Yudhishthira says to Arjuna, my dear, I never mistook you at all. I never mistook you. The pratigya is this. If Draupadi is with, they have that, what to say, they have that commitment. If Draupadi is with any Pandava in solitude, other Pandavas should not enter into the chamber. This was the pratigya they took. But no other go Arjuna happened to enter because he kept his bow in the chamber. To save a citizen's property, he entered into the chamber, he took the bow and went out. Finally rescued the cows from thieves. After that, Arjuna came and fell at the feet of Yudhishthira, please permit me to go for Tirtha Yatra because this is my pratigya. If I enter, I will go for Tirtha Yatra. Yudhishthira said, my dear, why are you worrying? I did not mistake at all. I saw you as my son. We are sitting here conversing, you came and took your bow. You are my son. If father and mother are sitting, child is coming inside. Like that you came. We never mistook at all. But Arjuna said, no. There he says, na vyajena charayet dharmam itime bhavata srutam. We should not see any vyaja to give up dharma. Arjuna says. We have to see vyaja. Vyajam, I don't know how to translate in English. We have to see vyajam to do dharma, not to give up dharma. Okay. So, pratigya means pratigya. Satyam is satyam. There is no compromise in the satyam. Yudhishthira's dharma is not the dharma of convenience. Therefore, itime bhavata srutam. I have heard from you that we should not find out any vyaja to give up dharma. Therefore, may I go for my pilgrimage. Please allow me. This is satyat na pramaditavyam. Then dharmat na pramaditavyam. Don't give up dharma. Kushalan na pramaditavyam. Bhutyai na pramaditavyam. These are the two terms. I see these two terms in a very interesting way. Literal meaning of kushala is expertise. Literal meaning of bhuti is auspiciousness. But the tone which I find, kushala is abhyudaya, bhuti is nisrayasa. Again, I explain. Abhyudaya means social welfare. Nisrayasa means spiritual enhancement. Okay, spiritual welfare, we can say. Abhyudaya nisrayasa. Kushala represents social upliftment. Bhuti represents spiritual welfare. These two put together is dharma. Yataha abhyudaya nisrayasa siddhis sadharma. Dharma is that through which social upliftment and spiritual welfare can be accomplished. This is the definition of dharma in Vaiseshika Sutra. Yataha abhyudaya nisrayasa siddhis sadharma. Kushalat na pramatidavyam bhutyai na pramatidavyam. We can see throughout the heroes of Mahabharata. Take for example, in his whole life he doesn't give up. Swamiji was talking about the convocation, the end of Krishna Yajurveda. Madhurdeva Bhava, Pitrudeva Bhava. The same way, the end of Mahabharata, after making the whole epic, Vyasa is giving to his disciples. His disciples like Shukadeva, they are asking Vyasa, sir, please give us the essence of the epic. He says, na jatu kamat, na bhayat, na lobhat, dharmam tyajed jivitasya pihetoho, nityo dharmaha sukha dukke tvanityege, jivo nityaha heturasya tvanityaha. At any cost, one should not give up dharma. This is the essence of the epic. Na jatu kamat, neither for lust, nor for threat, na bhayat, na lobat, never due to greed, one can give up dharma. Nityo dharmaha, dharma is eternal. Nityo dharmaha, joys and miseries are impermanent. Sukha dukketu anitya. The soul is eternal. Jivo nityaha. Heturasyatu anityaha. Karma is impermanent. This is the essence of the whole of Mahabharata, Vyasa says. So we need to understand this. This is the epitome of the story. This is the theme of the story. Everywhere in the epic, we see this message. Dharma. Dharma eva hato hanti. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. If we try to destroy dharma, yes. If we try to safeguard dharma, dharma safeguards us. The same thing is told in Yajurveda for the Mother Earth. Namo matre prativyai, maham matram prativim himsisham, mama mata prativi himsit. Salutations to Mother Earth. May the Mother Earth not harm me. May I not harm Mother Earth. See, you compare that, not compare, you bring these two things together. Mother Earth in Yajurveda, Dharma in Mahabharata, same Dharma, Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha, maham matram prativim himsisham. Okay. Dharma in Sanskrit dictionary is nature. If we safeguard nature, nature will safeguard us. If we coexist with nature, nature will coexist with us. Mahabharata. Even while Draupadi is getting insulted in the court, Draupadi is crying, "Oh Krishna, Govinda, Pundarikaksha, Rakshamam, Sharanagatam, Sankachakra Gadapane, Dwaraka Nilaya Achyuta." This is how she cries. While crying, Mahabharata says, Dharmaha tada. Draupadi was safeguarded by her own dharma. This is a very interesting statement. She might have addressed Lord Krishna. Okay, she has addressed Lord Krishna, "Oh Govinda, Krishna, come and safeguard me." But which guarded Draupadi? Vyasa says, I am not telling, Vyasa says, it is dharma which safeguarded her. Dharma safeguards means Krishna safeguards. There is no difference. Yatra dharmaha, tatra Krishnaha, yatra Krishnaha, tato jayaha. This is Bhishma's words. Well, Yudhishthira falls at the feet of Bhishma and seeks for the blessings before war. Bhishma says, "Oh Yudhishthira, you will win, certainly. It's because Krishna is with you." The sutra goes like this, Yatra dharmaha, you may understand this shloka. Yatra dharmaha, tatra Krishna. Yatra Krishnaha tato jayah. Krishna is there where dharma is. And victory is there where Krishna is. Dharma leads to triumph. It's because Krishna is standing with dharma. This is the essence of Mahabharata. So let us all in our heart resolve to be in dharma, which is conveyed through the grand epic Mahabharata, and let us follow the footsteps of Pandavas and above all Draupadi and the Lord Krishna. Now, one more thing I shall add. This is all about Sanatana Dharma also, because we have here three things, right? Mahabharata, Hindu Dharma, third one Sanskritam. These are not different. I talked about Mahabharata, based on the convocation address of the Veda. This is the message of Hinduism also. If somebody asks what is Hindu culture, chapter of Krishna Yajurveda, Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, this convocation address is Hindu Dharma. That is reflected in the epic Mahabharata in the form of a story. And to know this story, to appreciate this story, Mahabharata, we need to learn Sanskrit. Even without Sanskrit language, we can, because there are so many regional translations for the epics. But still, if we learn Sanskrit and go through the texts, its joy is something very unique. It can be that the epic can be appreciated significantly with the Sanskrit knowledge. Therefore, for us, why Sanskrit? Many people may ask, why Sanskrit? Why Sanskritam? There can be so many answers. Sanskritam is fitting for scientific by pronouncing Sanskrit words. Spashtata comes. Sanskritam is prestige, our prestige. So many answers are there. Let me be precise. Sanskritam, we can, without translation, we can directly understand Valmiki Ramayanam. We can directly understand Mahabharatam. And if you learn the old Sanskritam, we may call it as archaic Sanskritam, which is called as Chandasa, you can directly understand the Veda. You can directly approach and understand that what can be a greater blessing than this. Okay. See, we follow this great culture. The scriptures of this culture are in Samskrita Bhasha. So directly we can go to the scriptures and understand these scriptures only through Sanskritam. Therefore, this great Amrita Institute, it is conducting the course for all the three, Mahabharata, Sanskritam and Hindu Dharma, which are well knit and getting benefited through this course. We have to further march towards the ocean of Mahabharata, deeply dwelling in it. And they said right in the oath, Prachara, Prasara, Vichara. In that way, we have to impart the knowledge of Mahabharata to the society. And we should learn Sanskrit more and more to understand the epics. And also we should live in our dharma, which is nothing but loka samasta sukhino bhavantu, passion of universal welfare. Dhanyavadaha.
Thank you so much, Ranganji. Thank you so much for those words of wisdom. Thank you so much for joining us today and addressing all our students who are being convocated today also. Once again, thank you. Now, let us together lend our ears to the experience of some of our students who is going to receive the certificates today. So, firstly, let me welcome Shrimati Christina to share her experience and learning through the course. Over to you, Christina ji. Are you there?
Can you hear?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, yes.
Thank you. So one thing, this opportunity, this course was really an answer to an ardent prayer that I made because of COVID to come to India for a few years. I will come in January, but I haven't been able to, and I always come to do inspiration and. But I haven't been desperate for inspiration, and I was that day in front of the altar, and the same day on a chat on information about And that was the door that was open. I participate in all the courses, also Ramayana, Upanayana, and Introduction of Hinduism, which has been a very, very transforming and uplifting course. If I can describe it with an, I would say it was like a shining diamond, because Sanatana Dharma is just a shining diamond. And all the different facets of this diamond are all these aspects of Indian life and society that were explained in all these lessons. Like we had lessons on temple architecture, Ayurveda, and then we were taught about the Purusharthas, the four ashramas of life, everything. And I could actually see how in Indian society, at the base of everything, there is the spirituality. If I could see how Sanatana Dharma shines in every aspect of life, to really follow that, we can really march towards the goal of human life. And so it's a wonderful example. I don't think there is any other example like this in the whole world. And so my firm belief is that Indian culture is really, really the basis for human progress. And I'm really grateful to all the teachers and to all the people who worked behind this course and made it available for us, especially that so far. And I couldn't come to India. So it was as if India had come to my house. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Christina ji. Yes, she is also our star student, because she has enrolled in almost all of our courses. Which is the last one is Introduction to Hinduism, of course. Now, may I request Sri Satish Menon ji to share his experience about course Samskrita Saparya.
Namaste. Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Pada Namaskaram to all. For me, learning Sanskrit has been one of the best things to happen in my life. I know it is a bit late, but I think it is the right time. Because I have been going through different spiritual Sanskrit granthas, like one of which has motivated me in my life is Bhagavad Gita. And now I'm able to go through it with Sanskrit Devanagari lipis, which is a great advantage for me. It's a blessing for me. The first time I got attracted with Sanskrit was when I went through some of the spoken Sanskrit shibirams, which we had here for 10 days. And when I looked back, with children and all, they were getting it very, very easily. So one thing, like Acharyas, who has, by going through Sanskrit, studying Sanskrit, I think first I was able to understand, maybe it's for me or maybe it's for everyone, but for me, I'm sharing my experience, like, I'm able to touch or go to my roots, or, I was able to touch my Samskriti. And then I was able to get my samskara. That was a real experience for me going through the studies of some Sanskrit. And now when I went and other spiritual granthas, I understand this ancient wisdom important for the modern problem. This modern problem can be solved with this ancient wisdom. And with that in mind, different pranams which Acharya said, I think I'll take I'm sharing all what my knowledge is with my kids, because we have our tradition, like, I'm here in Dubai and we have small association of, Malayali families and all, where kids, they united on Sundays, they come together. And I used to teach them all these things, our spiritual things. And also, I hope that third Runam, which is Deva Kadam, I think I will be able to give it back to the society by teaching the children and all. Namaskaram to all.
Thank you, Sadishji. Thank you so much. Now, let me request lastly Veronica ji to share her experience.
Om Namah Shivaya. So, for me, studying has been really a blessing from Mama, because as a French living in India, I could put immediately in application what I was studying by doing Seva. And for this studying, more I was studying, more I realized my ignorance, and I realized how we have, I have to be humble in front of all this knowledge that I want to acquire now. I want to study more and more. I want to understand better and better all your sacred script like Bhagavad Gita. And for me, it's really a practice. A seva and the studying for me are the same, and it's a complete for trying to get the beginning of the opening door of the knowledge. So I want to thank you all our teacher, all our students. We were all together and we were so starving about knowledge. So I wanted to thank all our teacher about that. Thank you for giving us your time, your precious time, your knowledge, because for us and for me in particular, it's really a blessing. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Veronica ji. Thank you so much. A formal thank you note is really needed as we all belong to the Amrita family. But let me welcome Srimati Amrita Jain, Faculty Associate, Amrita School of Spiritual and Cultural Studies, to deliver the vote of thanks. Over to you, Amrita ji.
Thank you, Ashwati ji. So, Om Namah Shivaya. It is with immense pleasure and gratitude that I deliver thank you note on behalf of Amrita School of Spiritual and Cultural Studies online courses team for the course completion ceremony, Deekshaanta Samaaroha. To the distinguished guest, Dr. Rangan Ramakrishnan ji, Brahmachari Achyutamrita Chaitanya ji, and others who are present here today, we express our deepest appreciation for joining us on this special occasion. Your presence has added great significance to this ceremony, and your valuable insights and experiences have inspired us to aim for greatness. We are grateful for the time you have taken to share your wisdom with us and for your contribution to the success of this event. I would also like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all our student participants for completing their courses to achieve the certificates. Thank you, and may this etched in your hearts as a symbol of achievement and hope. Furthermore, acknowledge the efforts of the event coordinators and have worked behind the scenes to ensure the smooth running of the courses and this course completion ceremony. My thank you note would be incomplete if I do not show gratitude to our beloved Amma, Sadguru Shri Mata Amrita Devi, for showering her immense grace for the success of this program. In conclusion, I once again express our deepest gratitude to everyone present here today. I pray that each one of us is able to dive deep through the knowledge we gain from the courses to understand and live Dharma. May we all be victorious in Dharma, and may Dharma be always victorious. Offering my words at Lotus feet of Amma, Om Amriteshwari Namaha. Thank you all.